for this assignment, I am doing Gentile's taxonomy in our learning objectives. Gentile's taxonomy has two dimensions. First dimension we will be looking at is we will be looking into the environmental context in which one is doing the skill. Second dimension is we will be looking at the function of your action, which later on characterizes the skill. If we're looking at the chart, we can see in the top left corner we have 1A, which is the darkest greenish box of the whole chart, and as we see, the boxes do progressively get darker up until goes 4D. 4D would be the hardest motor skill according to this chart one can do. 1A being this easiest, simplest motor skill one can do, again according to this chart. Now we can see action function that goes horizontal and environmental context that goes vertical. Under action function, we can see body stability and body transport, also known as body orientation. This means if the person doing the skill moves physically during the skill. If we go back to the lecture, we can see a girl doing a sit-up. Even though she does sit up, her body does not physically go from one point to another, so that would fall under body stability because she did move, but her body did not move from one point to another physically. So under body stability, we have no object manipulation and object manipulation. What does this mean? This means if the motor skill required the performer to manipulate an object or face an opponent. Going back to that same example, the girl in the video did not face an opponent nor have an object, so that will go under no object manipulation. Now that we have characterized the skill under the A column, we have to go to the environmental context. Under the environmental context, we have stationary regulatory conditions and intermodal regulatory conditions. Now, what does this mean? Regulatory means if the object, individual, or variable is environment is variable or fixed, whether it changed or it didn't. Going back to that same example, it did not change, so it would be fixed, so it would go into stationary regulatory condition. Under that, we have the intertrial variability and no intertrial variability. What does this mean? If from the first time she did the sit-up to the second time she did the sit-up, did it drastically change? Even though she could do the sit-up faster, even though next time she did the sit-up she won't be as fatigued as she did the first time, it did not drastically change. It was still the same sit-up. So that would go under no intertrial variability, which leads us to 1A. Yeah.